I see you, I really see you upside down. But my brain knows better. It picks you up and turns you around, turns you around, turns you around. If you feel discouraged when there's a lack of color here, please don't worry, lover. It's really bursting at the seams from absorbing everything. The spectrum's A to Z. This is fact, not fiction, for the first time in years. All the girls in every girly magazine can't make me feel any less alone. I'm reaching for the
I have looked at all the possible scenarios of i.e. we're just looking at it coming in and it's orbiting on a funny orbit. But if it's orbiting on a funny orbit, why is it orbiting in front of the sun? Okay, this could be one of these second suns. Now I do think there was a second sun back in 2007. This could be one of the second sun's planets. Now, as I've told everybody in my second sun videos, right, that we get second suns passing our planet on numerous occasions. Now this could just be from a star that came near our star, and it could be one of its planets just happening to get pulled over by our sun, but its main planet could still be enough to actually pull it back. I don't know, okay? I don't have enough information yet myself, but I do have enough information to put it out there and show you that there was a rogue planet in the wrong kind of orbit passing in front of our sun. And it's a planet, and it's bigger than Jupiter. It's at least 4 to 5 times the size of Jupiter. That sun, that ring, that white ring there, that is the current position of our sun, and it is also the size of our sun. And yet this planet comes along in front of our sun, in the wrong position, right, in the wrong style of orbit, with hundreds and hundreds of moon-sized little dots running around. Those little dots are the size of our moon, by the way. Now, this is all going on around our sun at any given time. But the thing is, then all of a sudden we get a rogue planet. Now, we have had a lot of natural disasters going on and on and on very recently. We have had a lot of second sun sightings. Now, if we had a second sun in conjunction close enough to our Earth, and there's plenty of evidence to prove we are getting second suns from the Soho telescopes, right, and from all the people filming the second suns. There was one this morning, but unfortunately I didn't have the camera set up right.
Hello YouTube, this is Astro Patriot. I'm going to go ahead and release this video to you folks. This is some work that I did about 2 or 3 weeks ago in the constellation of Leo, and I feel it's pretty imperative that a lot of you people get this information. What I have here, I'll give you a little brief explanation of what we're looking at here. What I have here is an area in constellation of Leo that I viewed with the telescope, and this was viewed with the Meade LX 200 dispersion telescope. This area here, I believe, is a low mass binary star, or brown dwarf, if you will, located in this area here. This would be one of 4 satellites. This would be the second. There would be a third satellite up in this direction, but it does not appear as though I caught that in the telescope. But this would be one satellite, a second satellite. Then these satellites orbit this star here in prograde in this fashion. This would be the 4th satellite, which appears to be more like a comet. If you can see, get the pointer off of it, you can see it has more like a little bit of a tail and some debris following it. This particular object here orbits this in a prograde fashion in this direction here. This here would be the object that I believe is caused a lot of the confusion with the comet Elenin situation, since this object here, when it comes around, I believe that it can come around and come right up through the constellation Virgo at the time, and move through Virgo and then back out again. So I believe that this was what a lot of people were saying was Comet Elenin. This isn't the day they're going to catch this this one come around, this comet-type planet come around and get behind the sun. But anyway, let's go ahead and put this in motion so that you can basically see what we got here. You can see these planets here will move off in that direction, and we'll reset it, and you can see this one comes up around here and prograde in that fashion. Go ahead and get that up again for you so you can...
Take a look at this alignment. We're now at 2.101, that's what it says right here, AU from the Earth, our little, we're going to call it a dwarf star because this thing is a dwarf star. And at that point, we've put a lot of stress on the Earth because it's in between these two places. It's no wonder that we had an earthquake just 3 or 4 days ago in Japan that registered a 9-pointer. Now I'm going to bring this back around so we can see it a little bit, and what we're going to do is we're going to back this up. I want to show you something that's happened in the past. If that was a comet, do you think it would pull on our Earth hard enough to create a 7.2 earthquake in this alignment? Nah, I doubt it. Okay, we're going to back up some more because this just gets even more interesting. As we go backwards, we're going to take us back to, and I'm going to spin it out here so we can see it again. We're going to take us back to the date in February. Whoop, almost too far. Let's see if we can bring it to February the 27th. Now, you'll notice that we bring this back around right here, and whammo, on the 27th of February, I can get this over here and whoop, make it go the right direction. There it is. You line up the comet or Browndwarf star, and you line up the Earth, and you line up the Sun. And so we're having a real strong pull. But notice that it's out here 6 AU from the Earth. That's quite a ways out. That's 6 times the distance we are from the Sun. Does the date February 27th mean anything to anybody? It would if you lived in Chile. It would mean a big deal for you if you lived in Chile. 8.8 earthquake. All right, now we're going to take this the other direction now. We're going to go into the future, and we're going to show you what's going to happen and where this is going to be, and this gets pretty darn scary because what's going to take place in the future is going to be really, really nasty. We're going to take it in till it gets to, I think we'll go to about September 26th of this year. September happens to be the first time that we align again, but this time the comet happens to be on the inside of us. It's not out there beyond us. It's actually closer. Now I'm going to take it in here a little slower. There we go. We're about the 27th or 26th. I'll take it back to the 26th, and we'll see what that alignment looks like. If we spin this up a little bit so we can see it, and we're going to blow it up a little bit so it's bigger now that there's our comet out there. Okay. Take a look at where that alignment is. Let's see, we can make that so that the letters aren't there. Okay, you've got the sun here, Mercury on the other side of the sun in an alignment. You've got the comet. Why are we calling this a comet? You've got the Browndwarf star in here inside of Venus's orbit, and then you've got the Earth, and we're all lined up again. And that may be actually on the 27th. Let's take a look. See, 27th might be a little bit closer to that right date. Anyway, there'll be some strong pulling on the Earth because look at how far this is away from us. 0.381. That's very, very close. You know, that's a real close distance. Now, what's our next danger date? Let's go forward. Now watch how those are coming together. Can you see how the Earth and this comet are actually coming together? And if I call that a comet one more time, I'll kick myself. Okay, they're coming closer and closer. Now look at the numbers right here. We're actually at 243, 2433. There it is. That's the closest that we get. 232, 0.232. Very, very close. It happens on October the 17th. Look where it is. It's almost into our orbit line. That's a real close transition. I honestly believe that sometime between that last alignment that we had on the 27th of September and this particular close call, this brown dwarf star is going to grab us and it's going to flip our planet. How serious that'll be, I do not know. But it's close enough that we're going to have some real serious stuff. If it's having these kind of problems already when it was way out here, what are we going to do when it's right here? This is serious stuff. This is all these biblical things coming together at one time. Now, after that alignment, we have one more here that I want to show you real quick. Right about here, you'll notice that the Earth now crosses the path of the brown dwarf star. As it went out, it probably left a lot of debris in the way, and we're going to start running into that debris right there on that one little spot because it's going to be hitting us big time, really big time. Notice also that as we come around this way, the brown dwarf star is not very far away from it. It's still 3.848. The date here is November the 5th, so watch for that date. Okay, let's go a little bit further. As we come around, we're going to get to latter part of November. Now let's bring our slider bar here a little bit this way so we can actually see another alignment coming. Oh, look at that. November 23rd, another alignment date. This time, this is basically the same thing that happened with the earthquake in Chile and the same thing that happened in the earthquakes in Japan. Only this time, instead of being out there 6 AU, it's only out there about 0.6 AU. Serious problem, a real serious problem.
Because the natural law has no mercy. It is only the law.